Alright, so this is the GoForms training. At this point you should already have your GoForms app downloaded from the Google Play Store or from the iTunes Store. Once you have the app downloaded and open, you'll need to log in with your username and password, which would have been provided for you. So you open up the app and you're going to see you have templates and forms. Forms are projects that you've already completed. You can work on them, you can reopen them and work on them again, but templates are what you always are going to start with, so we're going to go ahead and select templates. What I'm going to do is a customer report eval, so I select that and it's just going to pull up the presentation. It's really straightforward, it's very simple. So I can go in here and I can type in customer's name, so I'm going to put John and Jane Doe. That's the customer that we're going to work with today. Their address is 1234 West Main Street, and they're in Phoenix, Arizona, and have a zip code of 85032. Alright, so then the slot next to this is going to be the first picture, which, as you know, when you arrive at a home, the first picture that you want to take is one of the home itself. So you click on the button and it's going to pull up and it's going to give you an option of either going straight to your camera or going to your photo library. And for this training, we're going to go straight into my photo library since I'm in my house and I'm not out of the customer's home. But you could actually build this report as you're going through doing your audit or your eval. So I'm going to click photo library and it's going to pull up some of my recent pictures. So I'm going to use pictures from an eval that I ran yesterday evening. So I'm going to select a picture of the home, and then I'm just going to scroll down to the next page that requires a field. So in this case, it's the bar style, it's the return. So I click on that, I go to the photo library. This home happened to have a stamped return, and so I'm going to select the picture there. Now, even if it has already a bar style grill, you take that picture, you put it in the report because that's a positive finding. You obviously take a picture of the air filter and you put that in the slot below. I'm just going to breeze through this. I'm not going to fill out the full report. You at this point obviously understand how to fill out a report, but I do want to throw in a couple pictures here just so you can kind of see. This box up here to the top right is a place where I can add notes. As an example, if there weren't any room for jumps or transfers, then up here I would simply put, no room for jumps or transfers. Recommend leaving doors open. Alright, so simple, you just leave a simple little note up there. And that way the sales rep knows what you're talking about, they can explain it to the customer. Get to the ducts, so we're going to go through and we're going to find a picture of some duct leakage. And this is nice too, because if you're actually using this portion of the report when you're in the home, you can actually know, okay, I've got 6 quality pictures and they've found their homes inside of my my report here or whatever, right? So I'm just going to select a picture here just to kind of use as an example. So I've got my picture. I notice here that this is a connection to a register where they've got duct tape. It's obviously going to have some leakage around it. I can actually click on that button to the third button up there, that one there that just highlighted, and here I can actually make selections to draw. So I'm going to choose red as my color, and I'm going to just draw a circle here just to draw attention to what it is that I want to reference. I'm going to pick another picture here just really quick and show you a couple other things that you can do with it. I like the ability to, so here we see where it's at another register point where it's never been properly sealed. So I'm going to pick my arrow here, I'm going to scroll over and I'm going to pick a blue color, and then I'm going to just draw little arrows here indicating error loss. And you don't have to do this on every single picture, but you know, if you do it enough times, it helps the customer to be able to see what's going on. It helps the rep as well. So scroll down here. Attic seal, I want to show you something else that I do with attic seal. So a lot of these homes we go into, they have can light, so I'm going to take a picture of the can light. This has obviously my flash and everything on, so it's just a good quality picture there. But what I also like to do is I like to turn my camera off and have it dark in the attic, and then take a picture of the actual can light with the light on from inside of the house, so you can actually see the light coming through. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll just draw a circle around this and bring attention to it. And then if you go down to the notes, here you can actually type in your notes or you can speak your notes. So I'm just going to speak a note here. I'm going to push my little speaker button down at the bottom of my keyboard and it'll record what I'm saying. Notice that the can lights allow a lot of light into the attic. This also means that heat and dirty air from the attic is able to pass through into the home, period. And there, I've got myself a little note, and it just helps the rep. So I can go through, I can get all these pictures of the insulation, I can add thermal images, I can fill out the report as I'm just going through. You know, let's say this home has an R15, right? I've got pictures for windows so that I can, you know, indicate if the home needs replacement windows or window film or whatever. It's just easy to build the report as I'm going through here. So I'm just going to keep scrolling. You notice that I've got several pages here where you can add additional pictures and additional notes if you need to, if it's applicable. You don't have to use every one of these, but you know, if there's extra pictures that you need, maybe you're doing an audit, or maybe there's just a lot of extra pictures that are going to help the rep you know, identify to the homeowner what's really going on. This is a great place to be able to put them. So down here, this is just where you're going to simply mark whether or not it's a recommendation. So let's just use in this example, you know, they couldn't do the jump ducts is what we're going to say. There's no room for transfer grills or jump ducts, so I click NA for not applicable. You know, maybe their insulation levels are good, so I'm going to hit good on the insulation levels, and it's just going to go through and it's going to populate whether it's good or needs recommendation or anything. And that's kind of the end of the report as far as anything that you need to be doing for it. Now, I've also added the entire form itself so that it can now be digital and it can be easy for you to go through and do all this paperless, so that you don't have to, you know, it just makes things a lot easier for you. So the calculations, as an example, let's go Windows just really quick here. So I'm going to fill in, let's say we've got a south facing window, and let's say it's the master bedroom, and it's a 4-foot by 6-foot window. It will auto calculate the square footage for you, so you don't have to do it. And then if you scroll down, you'll see at the bottom it's got a total. It'll actually start to add up the totals. Now this will do 15 windows per side, so if you end up doing, you know, 30 windows or 25 windows or whatever, you'll have to add the total from the bottom too. But that's not hard. You can do that much of it, right? So anyway, you can fill out the whole audit form, and then there's a whole page left here just for any extra notes that you may want to add. And that's it. That's all you have to do. The last page there is for pricing, and so the office person will be able to open this form back up, and they'll be able to add in all the quantities and do all the pricing and everything like that, and that's it. So this will add a little extra time if you do it while you're in the home, but it'll save you a ton of time when you're outside of the home as far as building your reports. Even if you just took all your pictures and then built the reports while you were just hanging out or in between appointments, this just makes things a lot easier for you. So I really feel like it's an effective tool that'll help us to step up you know, our production. It'll help us to be more efficient. So love to hear your feedback on it, but I want to see you start using this. So good luck, and let me know if you have any questions.